is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
On the car, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the problem. About to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Dive while he driving, shot it, rocket, and I'm an Uber. I know you like it when I put it, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper, and I ain't gon' chase you, baby, I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bengals going up against the Texans. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
let's go!
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Let's go! Red 38!
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go! 190!
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Second down following the run. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Let's go! 38!
On play action, they'll throw. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Let's go! 190! 190!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Flex round! Flex round!
Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. A gain of 3, second down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. carry now. This is Hill. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. On 2nd down, Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he will find his man on the outside. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2, and on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one complete to Anderson. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And Wilson has it. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Hill, the lone setback. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So after slogging through a scoreless 1st quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these 2 offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
No gain, and it's second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super tough.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Come on, let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Here we go!
Now a handoff. Here's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Second down following the incompletion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Underneath here to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick here is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Come on, let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to throw now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. It's a quarterback sneak. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid gain there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and pound it in with Prosh, the fullback. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
And they'll go on the ground. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack to see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Hill, the lone setback. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see.
Here we go. 1-9-1.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
He got 29 yards that time.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go. 1-9-1.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They'll run. This is Hill. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out here. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Caught left side Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. Finding time. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
He's back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. A couple extra defensive backs are in there. Big play, 3rd and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Hill, the lone setback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.